So we have reforms, movements, and we have people and schools and different movements. For example, we have people like Sheikh Ahmad Sarhindi, Shah Waliullah, Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed, and then we have movements like Deoband and Nidwatul Ulama and uh, Aligarh and Islamia College and Sindh Madrasatul Islam and all these. So in this reforms, we have two categories. One is people, persons, famous personalities, and the second is institutions or movements. So you should know the difference between these two. We have Sheikh Ahmad Sarhindi. So, though he started a separate concept of Wahdatul Shahood, and Wahdatul Shahood did not become a movement like Deoband or Aligarh, but Wahdatul Shahood has its influence, and the difference between Wahdatul Shahood and Wahdatul Wujud is that Wahdatul Shahood tells us the difference between creator and creature, while Wahdatul Wujud does not differentiate between creator and creature. In Persian, we say Hama Oost or Hama Az Oost. Hama, everything, Oost is he. Everything is he. Whatever we see, that is only one thing, and that one thing is God. So God is spread in the whole universe, and there is no separation between God and the creatures. This is called Wahdatul Wujud. This Wahdatul Wujud resembles pantheism of Greeks and Hinduism and maybe Buddhism, because in Hinduism they have the concept of monism, Monism, monism. Monism means that there is only one existence, Wahdatul Wujud. There is no pluralism. There is no pluralism. Some of the Greek philosophers, they are also in the favor of monism, that in this whole universe there is only one existence. Some scientific proof is also there, because if I see my atomic structure, your atomic structure, the atomic structure of galaxy or plant or animals, it is the same atomic structure. We have the same atoms, and we have the same electrons, protons, neutrons, gluons, quarks. So subatomic particles or atomic particles, they are the same. So it means that existence is the same. And Spinoza, one of the very famous philosophers, he also believes in this concept. And Einstein believes in the God of Spinoza. And the God of Spinoza, that is one nature, one God, and nature is God, and God is nature. So this approach is Wahdatul Wujud in Muslims concepts. Ibn Arabi and other people, they expand it. So Sheikh Ahmad Sarhindi or Mujaddad al-Afsani, he opposed this idea. And before that, Muslims and Hindus, they were living together. But Mujaddad al-Afsani or Sheikh Ahmad Sarhindi said that no, there is a difference between creator and creatures. God is separate, and people or other creatures, they are separate. And on this basis, then we trace the two-nation theory ideology of Pakistan to Mujaddad al-Afsani. And personally speaking, not for examination, he was a very extremist and he was against Shias, and I personally don't like him. But as he is part of the course, so you have to study and prepare him as it appears in the books for examination. Shah Waliullah, Mujaddid al-Afsani, his moment and his legacy is Wahdatul Shahud. And from this Wahdatul Shahud and his books, his book like Maktubati Rabbani, there he wrote a lot of things in a scholarly way, and he wanted to reform Islam and Muslims according to his school of thought. Shah Waliullah, he was, when the Muslims were in decline, and though he is very famous as a scholar, but he did not produce any big movement. There is one movement called Fikri Waliullahi, but it is not so influential or not very prominent. However, his books are very scholarly, and I have read most of his books, and there was a time that I was impressed by him, and later on I also got a lot of points against him, and I have written criticism on Shah Waliullah in Philosophy for Life movement, but that is only for intellectual purposes. For examination point of view, Shah Waliullah was the person who gave Shah Waliullah is the person who gave intellectual depth to Muslims, and they have we have his Hujjatullah Baligha. Hujjatullah Baligha is his magnum opus. Magnum opus. Magnum opus means that that is his masterpiece, and he gave invitation to Shah Ahmad Abdali, and who came to India and defeated Marhatas, and this is why Shah Waliullah is considered to be a traitor, a Ghaddar, by some Indians, that how he could invite someone from outside to defeat people of his own country. Marhatas, they were Indians, and Abdali, he was Afghan. So a Pashtun comes from Afghanistan and defeats his own people, and he invites them. So this was against the loyalty to the own land. However, as a scholar, he wrote very important books, and he gave a lot of enlightening ideas. For example, his book on Shani Nazul. This is one of the biggest controversy, that what to do with the Shani Nazul. Shani Nazul means the context of the revelation. That when the Holy Quran was revealed, so did it reveal itself with the context or without context? If we say that it was context, then it was limited only to 22 years of the revelation period, and later on there was no validity. And if we say that no, it has no context, so there are so many things which were at that time, and now these are not applicable. So should we continue with this? And can we continue with this? Like stoning to death, and there are so many other things. I am not sure whether Rajam, stoning to this, is the Holy Quran or not, but there are so many things that which are not applicable today. So should we go for the context or not for the context? So on this point, he has written scholarly, and also people considered before him that the Holy Quran, the words of the Holy Quran, are part of the God. Like these are the words of God, so these are like gods. You know, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, he was killed because he would not differentiate between Quran and God. That Quran is part of God because these are his words. So how we can separate it? So whether Quran is creature or it is not creature, this is another very complicated discussion. And Shah Waliullah translated the Holy Quran for the first time in Persian language, and this was a violation. of the basic principle that you cannot translate the Holy Quran, because how can you translate God? The Holy Quran is part of God, or it is God, because these are the words of God. What I'm speaking now, my words are Naeem Khan, because this is my words. My words are not out, are not external to my existence. So he was a deep scholar, and but he did not leave a lot of influence. But he gave intellectual foundations to the Muslim separatism in subcontinent. Then we have people, they were following him, and Deoband was kind of influenced by Shah Waliullah and Qasim Nanutwi and other people. And on the opposite side, we had Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, who was influenced by British system. Sir Syed was important because he was a rationalist. He was a rationalist. At that time, Karl Marx and these people also become very famous in India subcontinent. So people like Ubaidullah Sindhi, who was attached to Fikri Waliullahi, the thought of Shah Waliullah. So Shah Waliullah was divided into 3-4 areas. One was people like Ubaidullah Sindhi, who was impressed by communism, and he was a kind of communist or socialist. Then his son and Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed and Shah Ismail, these people, they become violent. Like they became the precursors of today's Taliban or Al Qaeda or Daesh or Wahhabi movement. So they become very violent, and that's why Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed, he went to Mansehra and Peshawar and all the whole story. You already know Balakot and these things. So this was again the influence of Shah Waliullah. So one influence was in the form of his son Shah Abdul Aziz, who wrote a lot of books. His Shah Abdul Aziz influenced Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed, and he was violent. And people say that don't write this in examination, but he is the founder of terrorism in Indian subcontinent. Because Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed, you cannot, you can do peaceful resistance against the government, but you cannot take gun against the government. Only army and army can wage a war. So army and army, okay, but a group of people struggling against government, it is not war, it is not jihad, it is terrorism. So he made for the first time this tradition that you can become violent against the government. And then he became violent against Sikhs, and he became violent against even Pashtuns, and a huge story. Then Pashtuns in Peshawar and others, they took help from Sikhs to fight against Sayyid Ahmad Shaheed. So it's a very complicated story, interesting for reading, but not writing in examination. In examination, you toe only the official line. So then we have Deoband, which become a scholarly repercussion of Shah Waliullah. Sir Syed was a rationalist, and he said that no, I will believe only in reason, and we need English education. So he established Aligarh movement, and in the Aligarh movement, we see that a lot of scholars and freedom fighters and a lot of people who were involved in freedom struggle. So they were produced by Aligarh movement. We have a combination of Aligarh and Deoband in the form of Nudwatul Ulama. Nudwa, they were neither Mulvis like Deoband, and they were nor so liberal and rationalist like Aligarh. So it was a middle point, but it didn't become so famous, and it disappeared. What we see, Islamia College and Sindh Madrasatul Islam and all these institutions, these are then the products of Aligarh movement. And what we have today in Pakistan colleges and universities and all this is because of Aligarh movement, while madrasas that we have, that is mostly because of Deobandi movement. I have given you notes. So in the notes, I don't remember whether Ahmad Raza Khan is there or not. Barilvi movement. Ahmad Raza Khan was a Sufi Barilvi kind of scholar, and he was against Deobandis. What we see in Punjab mostly, so they are Barilvis, and so he also wrote a lot of books, but he doesn't have so much fame. We have Tablighi movement also, Maulana Ilyas, and these were non-political movements. And Tablighis, they were basically for very illiterate people, but today it has attracted even educated people also, because they are very organized and very disciplined people. They spend their time and money. Our people, our CSS candidates, they cannot speak for 5 minutes in SAFE 2, but an illiterate Tablighi will speak for hours and hours. So this is a movement which is not part of your course, but still it is one of the revival movement. Qadiani movement was also started in the British time as a Muslim revival movement. So Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani, he thought that there is a need of Masiha or Prophet or whatever to revive Islam. So he went to another extreme. Now, the finality of the prophethood is one of the basic belief of any religion. It is not only in Islam, but everywhere. The prophet must be final. If the prophet is not final, so then the religion will be diluted. For Christians, Jesus Christ is the final prophet. For Jews, Moses is the final prophet. And for Muslim, Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the final prophet. So if somebody claims that I am a prophet after the prophet, so this is so much dangerous to the religion. That's why he was opposed by mainstream Muslims, and then in 1973 constitution, Qadianis were declared as kafir. But when we study the history of this movement, so it also started in that time. So this was for historical purposes, and all these efforts were a reaction to the downfall of Muslim empire, Mughal empire. That how can we revive? And this thought continued in the form of Muslim separatism, two-nation theory, and ideology of Pakistan. Why Pakistan? Because Muslims were different. Muslims struggled for their own identity, and that's why today we have Pakistan. So I have given you notes on all these moments. So please go through the notes. Also read your Pakistan Affairs book. And this part is pre-partition. So you have to be expert on all these people or movements. If you have any questions, so please go ahead. And this is a very interesting study. I am a treasure of knowledge, but I want you to be a treasure of knowledge now, because this is your turn. I have done what I could do. मैंने तो अपना काम कर दिया है. मैं तो CSP भी हूँ, एम्बेसडर तक पहुंच गया, अपने आखिरी रैंक तक पहुंच गया. तो आप लोगों की बारी है. Is Pashtun a martial race? I think martial spelling is M-A-R-T-I-A-L. Martial race. English, they divided some races into martial and non-martial. Fighting and non-fighting. People like Rajputs and Pashtuns and the people who are living in Jhelum area, they were considered to be martial race, that they are good in fighting. There are people that do not want to fight. They are non-violent people, like Sindhis. Usually they don't fight, and that's why in Pakistan army you may not see a lot of Sindhis, because fighting or violence is not in their system. Basically, tribal people, they are usually martial people, because we have Tribal people, they take care of their honor and their property and their wives and their children, so they have to fight. Other people, they are settled. So whatever is there, it's okay. Sindhi people, for example, they don't travel abroad so much. They don't cross the ocean. For them, crossing an ocean is against their traditions. So they remain, they are contented, they are happy. Allah bali कराए सिंधी मानू कीर वटिया बात सब ठीक है क्या ज़रूरत है लड़ने झगड़ने का कुछ लोगों जो है वो लड़ते झगड़ते हैं but there is no scientific evidence as far as I know for this thing. This is because of conditions and geography. Sindh is a very plain area. They have plain, they have water, maybe they have not so much prosperity, but Pashtun areas are very limited. They are mountains and there is no water, no industries, nothing. So they have to fight. They had to. Now Pashtuns are also settled. They don't fight that much. Dini Ilahi was eclecticism. 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 Eclecticism means holism. Holism. Holistic approach. That how Muslims and Hindus they will live together. So Deen Akbari was a combination of Hinduism and Islam and some other religions. So this was the innovative idea of Akbar that I should give them a program. Please take this program and live together. Forget about to be Hindu or Muslim. We are all human beings. We are living in the same area. But this did not fail. This did not succeed because nobody was ready for that. Everybody was so strong and so staunch, stubborn in their own religion. So it was failed. Mostly Muslims opposed that. So the reformers later on also opposed it because Muslims especially, they are so strong on their religion, and Deen Ilahi was against Islam. I have yesterday recommended the formative phase by Saeed Khalid bin Saeed. Khalid bin Saeed. Pakistan, the formative phase, the struggle for Pakistan by Ishtiyaq Hussain. And I will share, please remind me, a list of books for all the compulsory and optional subjects. Karwan publisher book is also very good. Yes. So Sindhi people, they are lovely people, Sufi, love and affection and civilized people, polite. But this has also made them a little dull, usually speaking, not generalizing. A little dull means that they don't have the spark. And that's why Waderas and these Sufi peers and fakirs and these people, they have ruled over them. Innocent people. They are innocent, so that's why they are ruled by Waderas and these Qurayshis and Sadiqis and whatever. So there is, if you are a martial race, so people cannot subdue you. Look at Afghanistan, and it is a graveyard of empires, and it is itself also a graveyard. वो बाचा खान कहते हैं ना कि गद्दे ने गैरत की तो उसको ट्रक ने मार दिया तो पश्तून जो गैरत करते हैं तो फिर ट्रक भी उनको मारते हैं मतलब उनको फिर कुछ मिलता भी नहीं है so this is interesting complex situation whether one should be violent or non-violent अब बाचा खान पे बहुत क्रिटिसिज्म है कि उसने क्यों लोगों को नॉन वायलेंट बनाया आज अगर पश्तून वायलेंट होते तो कोई उसके करीब नहीं जा सकता था और सारे लोग उससे डरते और उनको राइट्स दे देते क्योंकि राइट जो है वो चीनी जाती है वो दी नहीं जाते सो दीज आर इंटेलेक्चुअल डिबेट्स religious fanaticism by whom? Most of these people like Jamaat Islami and Tabligis and these people are religiously fanatic. There is no doubt. Yes, definitely. Talpur and these people, Hoshu and Ruplo, as you mentioned, there were warriors also. Uh, and Raja Dahir was a great warrior. He was also a Sindhi. Yes, you can say Sindhis. They are introvert, or they are non-violent, or maybe you can say they are nationalists, and this is good for them. Sindhi is the only language which is the official language of Sindh, the only regional or provincial language which has official status. किसी भी पंजाबी पश्तून बलोच में गैरत नहीं है कि वो अपनी ज़बान के लिए कोई स्ट्रगल करे, लेकिन सिंध में आपका शनाख्ती कार्ड जो है वो भी सिंधी में है. अब उधर भी अभी उर्दू वगैरह का कब्जा होता जा रहा है, लेकिन मोस्टली सिंधी इज स्टिल अ वेरी स्ट्रांग लैंग्वेज. दे हैव न्यूज़पेपर्स. अब पश्तो का कोई अखबार नहीं है. पंजाबी का भी मुझे नहीं पता कि है कि नहीं है. तो पश्तो, पंजाबी, बलूची तो ख़त्म हो गए. सिंधियों में ये गैरत है कि उन्होंने अपनी ज़बान के साथ मोहब्बत की है और कर रहे हैं. It's again, a big question that Dini Ilahi was against Islam. So if you want to be a Muslim, then you have to oppose it. But it could be given a moment, it could be given a kind of permission like Bhakti movement and others. Sikhism also merged from Hinduism, but Hindus did not kill Sikhs. They did not kill Hindus did not kill Guru Nanak. And Sikh today is a very important moment. But Muslims, they do not tolerate. It should be given a chance. They also had their own system. Why not? But Muslims usually do not have the acceptance. They do not accept. They do not tolerate. Yeah, ask. I have told you, never ask for asking. Never ask for asking. Always ask. Just quick. अच्छा, मैं आपको जिंदगी के गुर बताऊं ना. गुर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट गुर है. इस गुर से मैंने जिंदगी लोगों की जिंदगी चेंज की है. ऑफिस में भी यही होता है. वो सर वो ना कहेंगे तो मैं नहीं लिख सकता. मैंने कहा यार लिखो. अगर उसने ना कहना है तो कहेगा ना. वो तो ऑलरेडी ना है. तुम्हारा न करना जो है वो तो ना है, और तो ऑलरेडी ना है. तो कहो, हो सकता है वो यस भी कहे. ठीक है ना. तो इससे से लोगों की जिंदगी चेंज हो गई है. मैंने कहा तुम अपना काम करो. ये पहले से इज्यूम मत करो कि वो ना कहेगा. ट्राई तो करो, मारो चीज, हो सकता है कि वो यस पे हो जाए. तो कभी भी जहन में ये मत सोचो दूसरे लोगों के बारे में कि वो क्या कहेंगे, या हो सकता है वो ना कहे तो मैं फिर न पूछूं, तो फिर मैं ये काम न करूं. तुम करो. अगर उसने ना कहना है तो कह लेंगे. हो सकता है कि यस भी कहे. पॉसिबिलिटी तो है ना. आपका न करना तो जीरो पॉसिबिलिटी है, और ये 100% ना है. तो हमेशा जो मन में आए, जो दिल में आ जाए, उसको फेंको, करो. दूसरा जो कहेगा ये उसका प्रॉब्लम है, आपका प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. हम दूसरों के साथ उनसे भी ज्यादा मुखलिस होते हैं. Ask question. Yes, hurry up. I'm finishing the lecture. Remember the formula, never ask for asking, especially in my classes. Asking के लिए ask ना करें कि जी मैं करूं कि ना करूं, पूछूं कि ना पूछूं. पूछो. मेरा रिएक्शन जो है वो पहले से इज्यूम ना करो कि अपने जहन में मेरे लिए फैसला ना करो. मैं अपना फैसला खुद करूंगा कि मैंने जवाब देना है या नहीं देना, या मैंने कैसे जवाब देना है. यू गॉट द पॉइंट? किसी को पता समझ गया कि मैंने क्या कहा? नेवर एज्यूम द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ द अदर पर्सन, जस्ट डू योर ट्राई. यस यस, दिस इज द मेन टॉपिक. ये लोगों को हम क्यों डिस्कस कर रहे हैं? टॉपिक इज आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ पाकिस्तान, टू नेशन थियरी ऑफ पाकिस्तान. इन लोगों की वजह से जो है टू नेशन थियरी और आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ पाकिस्तान बन गया है. यस, दिस इज द टॉपिक. अब आप पाकिस्तान अफेयर्स का जो सिलेबस है जो मैंने इस महीने के लिए आपको दी है, उसमें तमाम टॉपिक्स जो है वो टू नेशन थियरी एंड आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ पाकिस्तान के बारे में है. और यही लोग हैं, इनकी वजह से ये सब कुछ बन गया, मुसलमानों का माइंड बन गया. वरना औरंगजेब से पहले तो कह रहे थे कि हम पूरी इंडिया के वो है, मालिक है, और अकबर ने तो दीनी इलाही भी दे दी. लेकिन जब ये शेख अहमद शहीद और ये सर सैयद और ये दूसरे जो है, सर सैयद इज अ डिफरेंट पर्सन, बट ही वॉज ऑल्सो इन द फेवर ऑफ टू नेशन थियरी, आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ पाकिस्तान. Shah Waliullah and these people, they made the mind of Muslims that we need our own country. So Munir Ahmad, are you asking or you are not asking? I hope you are there. If you are not there, so maybe you can ask next time. All the best. Good night. Take care.